Live on 2K Sports. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony alongside, I'm Kevin Harlan at the table. And from the sidelines, it's our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Warren, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And for the Pistons, we've got Mo Wagner. Wagner is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Grant, and it's Turner in at the center.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
So Detroit will get the first possession. Wagner outside. Back to Cunningham. And that one, good. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Grant outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. TJ Warren picks one up, and he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
It's an interesting time of the season. Some teams are getting ready for the playoffs, and other teams are thinking about offseason strategy, what they're going to do, and they're not going to play in the postseason. 2 completely different lanes to go in.
Yeah, at this point, the decision has to be made. Are you going to go 1, 2, 3 Cancun, or are you going to make a run for the title? Are we going to get our squad lined up for next year? There's so many decisions right now, and now is the time to make it.
It's a lot more fun thinking about the playoffs, though, isn't it? You've been on both sides of that.
You don't do the 82 to not get the postseason. That's why you're playing all those games.
Well said. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Ball looking over the floor. Pass to Booker for 3. The rebound by Grant. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Detroit. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer. But what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Durant. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Count that bucket.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
Here's Cunningham after the made shot from KD. Wagner outside. Kicks it out to Grant. Shoots over Warren. No good from Grant. Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Sweet move. Durant, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And finished off by Wagner.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Alec Burks checked in for Wagner. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Baisley's checked in for Ayton. Torrey Craig comes in for Warren. Lee's checked in for Devin Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Here's Baisley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's KD. And the Suns miss again. Detroit leading by 3. Grant finds Cunningham, and they pick up 2. Cunningham's got his second basket.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here's Payne. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. Phoenix, no good that time either. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pistons.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now, here's Craig. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The shot by KD. No good.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Now, here's Cunningham. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Lets it go with a 3. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Pistons lead by 10. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Suns trail by 10. Bagley is out there with Alex Len. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Hayes, and it's Burks in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Hayes down low, defended by Paul. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Okogie's checked in for the Suns. No good on the second free throw. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster. Guys hungry to prove they belong.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing's over.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. And the basket is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Bagley with a screen on Paul. Right side Bagley. The Pistons rebound. Hayes the pass to Len. Another 3 for Detroit.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Ayton sets the pick for Paul. Over Hayes. Kept alive. Ayton fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. Free throw drops for Ayton.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now, here's Cunningham. He has 7, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Warren a screen on Wagner. Hooker the pass to Ayton. Ball with the ball, picked up by Turner. And it's sent back by Turner.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jumps.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Passes it to Baisley. And it's sent back by Turner. They get it back. Pistons leading by 13. Cunningham right side. Wagner wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Wagner's got 5. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons. Payne with it. He's against Turner. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Back to Cunningham. Wagner against Lee. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. Suns trail by 16. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Payne can't hit. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Lays it up off the glass. Wagner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Detroit with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens and we got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to have you with us with the season in its latter portion. And some of these teams are at the top of the mountain. Big fella, would you ever climb a mountain?
Ernest, I don't climb mountains. I am the mountain.
Yeah.
And now, looking back on that first half, things were really clicking out there for the Pistons.
You know, I almost feel bad for that offense. They're trying to contest the outside shot, but no matter what they do, they're getting decimated by the 3-ball.
I like how you almost feel bad for him, Kenny. Like
Yes.
you were almost showing a bit of empathy. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so here's Phoenix. It's an 18-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Warren in at the small forward.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Now, here's Wagner. Pistons passing it around. Grant for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Grant's got 5 points so far.
And he didn't really have this shot coming into the league. Grant has really worked on honing his shot from the perimeter.
Booker with no one around, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Grant, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
And here is Paul, following the three from Franz Wagner.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Cunningham outside. Kicks it out to Grant. To the paint. Paul with the steal. Booker in the corner. Pulls up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Diallo the pass to Hayes. Dishes it to Burks. Bagley sends a screen for Burks. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker left side from outside the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Detroit leading by 17. Len with a screen on Paul. He's with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Pistons have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Paisley comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Diallo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. And at last they get one to fall.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And the pass to Booker. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Bagley with the bucket.
And a little mano-a-mano. Bagley unwilling to back down, forces the issue there, and gets it to go.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Works for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Payne can't hit. Detroit leading by 19 points. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tackle on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pulls it from 20. Paisley Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Here is Cunningham. He has 7. A 3 ball. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Pistons on top, up 19. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Cunningham. Grant is out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Wagner. And it's Turner in at the 5. Home in the bench. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with. You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Cunningham kicks to Grant. Wagner from long range. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Paul. Durant in the corner. And it's sent back by Turner. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Some changes for Phoenix. Landale's checked in, and Okogie subbed in for T.J. Warren. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Wagner outside. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it off the glass.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Here's KD, following the basket by Cade Cunningham.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Detroit.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Turner with the screen. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And back in 2021, Miles Turner put up a crazy stat line. 7 made threes, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Just the 4th time someone has reached those numbers in a game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Wagner. Diallo comes in for Grant. Burks, he's checked in for Wagner. And Hayes subbed in for Cade Cunningham. It's good. And for Turner, Greg, that ridiculous line has been equaled by only 2 players ever.
And Kevin, how about that? Only Karl Anthony Towns and Vince Carter, who've had the combination of threes, rebounds, and blocks, shows you how special Turner's all-around game is.
And Detroit has possession. The Suns getting the bucket. And the foul called on Killian Hayes. That's his first foul. Detroit making a switch. Len's checked in. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Suns. Cameron Payne comes in for Chris Paul.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Miles Turner.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
Now here's Payne going inside. Over in the corner, Lee gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Pass to Hayes. Len with it. Pistons passing it around. Len sets a screen for Burks. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
First personal foul. Team second. At the line for the Suns, Payne. Cameron Payne, 2 shots.
That's good from Payne. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. He's with it. Pass to Len. Burks on the wing. Len with a screen on Lee. Burks for 3. They get it back. And the dunk by Len.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Miles Turner.